Welcome to the podcast. I'm Mae.
I'm Max.
And I'm Ben, and we were had.
Can you believe it?
There are twists and there are turns.
Defleshed is a standard death.
Oh, that's fun.
We were had.
We were.
How we doing?
Good. Take any trips recently?
Yeah, that's so crazy that you mentioned it. I just got back from Europe.
Wow.
I had no idea.
Yes. Why are we talking like we don't know how to talk to each other?
How was
As
Europe?
a bit.
Europe was good. Europe was tight. Europe was tight. It was good. It was tight.
Up did you go?
I went to Milan for 24 hours, Geneva for 24 hours, then Paris for 5 days. Thank you. I picked up this watch ring at a small antique shop in Geneva.
That's quite the sentence.
Stop it, please. You brought it up.
And it looks like it came from Shein.
Thank you. It does tell the time.
What time is it?
It's so small, I can't see it. It's so small. I actually have no idea. I don't know. I have a phone. I don't need a watch.
I can only read digital time.
Yeah, I'm just,
I
just
can
holding it
tell.
up. I don't know. But yeah, no, I had fun. The food was great. And look at me now.
Wow.
Sick.
Nice. Favorite city of the three?
Geneva was very cool. Well, I didn't know anything about it. Like, who knows anything about Switzerland? Other
The
than fact
convention.
that
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
Nazi defenders. Other than
Yeah.
No,
that,
neutral.
They were
No, they
neutral.
Which is, I mean, yeah,
they were
to
not
be neutral. Is
neutral.
not great,
They were
but-
famously neutral with a heavy wink. Neutral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can keep your money and your gold here, Adolf, but we're neutral.
But do not hurt us.
Well, that's the cool thing about it is it's like 1/3 Italy, 1/3 France, 1/3 Germany. Those are the three languages, and it's like split into threes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Sit
Yeah.
down, everyone. I'm going to tell you the story of Switzerland. but I would say Paris lived up to the name. The food was incredible. I love escargot. I'm an escargot boy.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I could see that.
It's wonderful. I didn't know what it was going to be like, and it's delightful.
It's like garlic, basically. It's just like
Garlic
a
and
garlicky.
butter.
They're just jamming a
Yeah.
little pesto up there, and they give you a fun little fork, and they have the fun thing that you hold it with, the little tool. There's a little metal
Oh, yeah.
tool.
That is nice.
It was delightful. I enjoyed myself.
All right, well, that didn't kill as much time as I thought. All right, so
What did you want me to say? I will say, here's the one thing I will
thought
say.
it was like a 7-day trip. Jeez.
It was a 7-day trip, and I enjoyed myself.
With
but-
his mother.
Yeah, I was with my mom and my sister,
I don't know why I was laughing.
and that was something.
So it was sick.
So it was sick. But I will say the service, the waiters in France, they
Yes.
are terrible people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
But like
yeah.
it was like almost like intentional. Like it's like, are
like
you
anti-American, you
not
think?
not
or-
anti-American? I don't know why you make it political. But I
Freedom fries.
they were just cunts. They were cunty.
Yeah.
Like,
Or maybe that's like
yeah.
part of it. It's like when you go to like I don't know, some restaurant where they're known to be dicks. It's like, oh, look at us.
Yeah,
We're French.
it's like,
We're
oh,
mean.
yeah, you look dirty.
Yeah.
But I will say that that was in Paris. Like we stayed just outside in like this suburb, and we went to like a local restaurant, and they treated us like family, and that was
Right.
cool. And that was the best meal of the trip.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Paris proper. So suburbs are where it's at. But
right.
you can talk about your thing.
Yeah,
now.
let's get
Yeah,
to my
whatever.
thing.
That's
Let's get to
story.
my thing. The
You know
spotted
what?
lantern fly.
You
This
know
is
it's
what
going to
it
be a
looks
good
like.
episode when you hope my story's real long.
Well, you let me down, so
I didn't know I had to
About a
prep
family
some.
trip to Milan.
I didn't know I needed to have a tight 15 about my fucking trip.
all
Let me
right,
tell you
all
that.
right. No, the ring watch was great. All right, so let's the spotted lantern fly. This is what it looks like. Here, it's kind of nice and like pretty.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Does it hurt
I
us?
didn't
Does it
know-
eat us?
I
Does
didn't
it
see the-
bite?
No. So good news is it's not harmful to humans.
Oh,
Bad
okay.
news is that it like eats everything.
It's harmful to everything
Remember
else.
those fucking beetles? There was like it was like war beetles or something like that at the end of COVID. You know what I'm talking about?
No, murder hornets.
Murder hornets.
War beetles.
Whatever happened
Yes.
Now, war beetles, I'd like to read up on. Like, that sounds cool. That sounds good.
But the murder hornets.
That
I'm
was
like,
going to
Yeah.
be a huge
they
thing.
were like, oh, here they are,
Yeah,
and then it was
murder
like,
hornets.
oh no, never mind. We got
Just
like
kidding.
monkeypox or something to talk about. Who cares?
Even
like-
that.
Yeah,
It's
even
like
that.
the mainstream media doesn't have our best interests at heart.
It's almost like that.
I would assume. But these little red wings, I didn't see that coming. That's almost.
They're like
they're
they're
lovely.
butterflies or
They're
whatever.
like
Because
Yeah.
they look, they don't look like that though. When you see it in person, because I saw a bunch on
Yeah, 'cause
the
they hide
ground,
the wings,
and they
yeah.
look like gray, like stone colored almost.
Ew.
I
Like a
saw a
moth.
bunch of them when it was like popular. They do look. They look like a poor man's moth.
yeah.
So native to Southeast Asia and China specifically, and they
Poor
came here.
It's a poor man's moth. Is that not what it is? That not what it
That's
is?
rough. That is because a moth's a poor man's butterfly.
The one that's covered in dust.
Yeah.
And a moth is the poor man's butterfly.
Right. So
And the lanternfly is the poor man's moth.
Ooh.
It's science.
the gloves are off.
I said what I said and I stand by it.
Got mad at me for making things political. That was.
I still think we should pivot and
We
talk
apologize to the moth community.
about. I think war beetles would have been cooler to talk about.
So these things came to America first to Pennsylvania in September 2014, and it sounds like they came on a shipment of gemstones.
China sent them?
Yeah, China sent them.
What didn't we get from China?
No,
Let me tell you that. Let me tell you.
but why would they? I mean, at least they're not harmful. If they were harmful, I'd be
So
like, wow.
they can
Well,
really
they're dangerous for like the
they can
vegetation.
fuck shit up in terms of like the economy and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because they just are pests that suck at like every plant. There's like a list of them.
Pests
but-
that suck at every plant. You mean vegans?
Wow.
Boy, am I on today.
Oh man. So they moving on. The big one is grapes and hops. So the wine
Beer.
industry and the beer industry is going to
Wow.
be completely fucked. Orchards and logging industry, and then there was like a long list of other things, but including walnuts, roses, apples, plums, apricots, almonds, and
Wow.
that's what I got.
Almonds?
Almonds.
There goes my
Damn.
milk.
As long as they don't like corn.
No,
Leave it.
bring that up
Well,
again.
bring that up. Here we go.
Not even about him, but I'm just talking about, that's like our number one. Corn's in everything in the
I do
United
like
States.
corn.
I do
It's like
enjoy
our number
corn.
one crop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Corn, baby.
What? Yeah, I guess it probably used to be tobacco.
What about wheat?
Oh, wheat. Yeah,
Wheat's big.
Wheat's probably big too.
Yeah, wheat's going out of style.
corn's up
though.
there.
Corn's up
Wheat's
there,
not
yeah.
cool. What's corn in? Syrup?
Everything.
Fucking shit you didn't even know there
Burritos.
was in it.
You're just naming obvious things.
Salsa.
Esquites,
Elotes,
Tortillas.
tortillas, yeah.
creamed corn.
Yeah, just corn. The corn mazes are made out of corn.
Yeah. I do like corn.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
So now these bugs are in 11 states, as far west as Indiana, as far south as the Carolinas. They made a famous appearance on Joe Biden's shoulder while he was campaigning in 2020, and there's the photo there of him just
Look at him with his squinty eyes. Oh, he's so sad.
Oh God, he looks so fucking old.
Would you believe it? He's even older now.
yeah. That was him 3 years ago.
He looks like a kid.
Yeah.
It's so funny because they love to show presidents like at the beginning of their presidency, at the end, like Obama
And they
aged
age.
so
Oh,
much.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what are they going to do with Joe? It's going to be him and then a casket, I guess.
Yeah.
A little bit about these
You guys
things.
keep letting me fall. Nobody's added on anything.
I like the
I'm
vegan
just saying
bit. I
things. and you guys
genuinely
just go,
like the vegan
You
bit.
guys go, huh, and then move along. I'm getting nothing. Thought it was a podcast.
So this thing is gross. This is how they. Sorry.
That's a puddle of cum.
It looks like cum-ish, but it's like, so that's their eggs, which they then,
Oh.
like, I guess, protect with this other layer of shit.
If you're listening at
A
home,
cummy jizz.
their eggs are just kind of like some loose Elmer's glue.
Like, kind of bird shit, kind of.
He has a little bird shitty.
Clay.
It looks like cake icing.
Where do they
icing.
lay them?
What's up?
Where do they lay these eggs?
Trees, basically anywhere they can lay, like cars, even. Like,
In them
Yeah.
or
They
on
look
them?
like little warts on trees. It's
Ew.
gross.
What,
Yeah.
the eggs do?
The eggs and the bugs too, to be honest. I'm looking at pictures of them all clustered up together, and
Yes.
it just looks
I don't
like weird.
clusters.
dude, when they get clustered.
Oh.
Yeah, they get all clustered.
Yeah.
No, I don't
so
like
I'll
that.
show you a quick
Yeah, I don't like
video
that.
of them when they all get into like the same place. Here, I'll just show it now. Take a look at this.
And we're going to play that?
Yeah. Oh no.
Watch this.
Up there.
Man, Jake don't give a fuck.
Making love to those bugs. But it's
Oh, no! They're swarming.
Yo!
They're big. They're like birds.
No, the flapping of the wings is disturbing.
It's disgusting. So the way that they spread is, so they live for basically a year. That's their cycle or whatever. And it's
Losers.
during- what's
Losers.
And during the winter, they don't live, but this is it's like the eggs stuff. So
Do
they're
they
just all over the
hibernate or
place.
something, or like?
It's like they're dead. Like it's just the
Oh,
life
duh.
cycle of the whole
Yeah.
species.
It's
What's
poetic.
up with cicadas? They're like the same sort of
Same
situation.
sort
Well,
of
they
shit,
go
right?
underground for like 7 years or something,
Yeah, yeah.
and then they just like lay dormant, and then they come out like it's this
Right.
like cicada festival.
Yeah.
and then it's like
How do they
crazy.
decide?
What's that?
How do they decide?
They just know.
They just like they have a meeting underground.
They're like, bro, it's time.
Oh, I think it's time.
Let's let it
bro.
rip.
Bro.
And they fucking
Yeah.
go fashionably late.
Yeah,
That's how they say it. It's
yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Those things are enormous.
And like their whole purpose in like the ecosystem is like when they come out, it's like
It's
all
a
the
fucking
animals
party.
are like the birds are like, yo, it's eating like they
Oh,
go nuts,
shit.
like because as soon as they come out,
Yeah.
they have those exoskeletons of their shells that you
What?
see on the trees and shit. Those become fertilizer. The birds, because there's so many of the cicadas, it's like like pods of fish with like
Yeah.
a whale. Like the birds just go nuts eating them. There's so many when they come out. They have like a thing in Maryland and Baltimore where they like scoop them all up and like grill them and eat them. Like,
I was
people
gonna
eat them.
say,
Yeah,
because they're
Yeah.
like big
Like the people
meaty
eat them.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen like there was like a few news articles a few years ago that was like, oh, people are eating bugs for protein now instead
Yeah.
of being like full vegan, and I was like, fuck that.
Oh yeah,
Crickets.
crickets.
Yeah, people
cricket
eat a lot of
protein.
crickets.
Yeah.
No.
That seems like
I
something
don't care.
vegans would wanted us
Oh,
to
isn't
do.
there's that Mexican restaurant that we went to, the Black Ant? Don't they
Yeah.
actually put ants and shit?
They
I've
put
had chocolate
crickets in
covered
there.
ants.
They
Yeah.
put ants in your pants?
Oh, I always got ants in my pants. It's called syphilis.
I saw the eclipse however many years ago, and when it happened, the cicadas just went insane.
Really?
Yeah, I guess because it like ruined their day pattern or whatever the hell.
Wait, what
No, they're
happened?
fucking
At the
idiots. It's just an
eclipse.
eclipse.
The eclipse.
Well, I always wonder when you always hear like it's not when all the cicadas come out, and you're like, but you hear like one or two. It's like we came out early. It's like fuck,
Fuck. We
we got fucked.
It's like when you show up actually at the party start time. That's
Yeah.
humiliating.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than being the first guest and they just got out of the shower and you're just like,
Why are you there that early?
I've never been.
Michael Scott?
I've never been the first guest, but I've had a lot of.
It's a wedding? You went to the bride's preparing room?
You know when you show up to the bridal suite with like croissants. No, I'm saying I've had a lot of parties where somebody comes. There's always one person that comes, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
That's
here?"
probably
Yeah.
what we're about
That's
to
really
do, by the
awkward.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
it's at
I'm
your
co-host.
house. It doesn't
It's at
count.
your
Co-hosting.
With your fiance.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Oh, hey, congratulations! Yeah.
Keep this rolling.
Keep this
rolling
going,
with the
yeah.
five
And Ben's
fiancé stuff.
engaged.
And then we could talk about Mae's. We got
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you're engaged.
Yes. Mazel.
Ben got engaged to his beard.
It's so sweet that you guys brought it up.
I can't believe we dedicated this whole podcast to your
You're
engagement.
fucking tripped.
You brought it up.
this man's life's about to change, Max.
I bought an obscure piece of jewelry.
There's
in
only one.
Switzerland.
There's only one fucking
I
ring
bought
that
the
matters.
ring. I bought the ring.
This is the ring that matters. The watch ring.
It's not called a watch ring. It's called a time-telling ring.
Let me tell you something. This costs more. I'll tell you that.
Bigger
morphin'
than
time.
a grain of sand.
A watch.
Oh my god.
Does it feel different being engaged? Being engaged.
Being engaged.
Being engaged.
Feels a little different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel.
And now, as a homosexual man, what's it like to be engaged to a woman?
Oh, I thought you meant as asking as a homosexual.
As a homosexual, from one homosexual to another.
Wildly confused.
As a homosexual man, I'd like to ask.
I'm sweating. Is it hot in here?
No, you're sick.
I think I
You
have
have a
fever.
jacket on. Yeah.
If you
Let
get
me
me
t-
fucking sick right now, I swear to God.
Let me tell you, it's just a cold. I took a COVID test this morning because I didn't want any of you bitches to get upset. But also I was worried. It's just a cold. But I will say I was hosting a show last night at New York Comedy Club.
Oh, no.
And
Brag.
yeah,
Yeah.
not where the story's going. I was hosting the show and the whole set there was like a drip coming down.
Oh no.
And I was just like,
yeah.
Just like pretending, pretending like
Did
I
you
wasn't
acknowledge
there.
it? I've sweat a lot on stage and
No.
acknowledged it one time.
Well, no, I was like, I'm sorry if I seem sick. I'm just allergic to being chill as fuck, and that
Oh.
actually hit, but
Okay.
which shouldn't
But the
have.
front row's like, okay, but like,
Yeah, but no, I
Just drenched.
but there was like a drip coming down, and like I was like, I had to
Hit
like
the mic.
No, it didn't.
Oh,
it was
God.
not. It
Oh,
was
God.
not hitting the mic, but I was like doing like one of these,
Oh,
one of those things, and I was like, what are we doing? And I actually did like pretty well, but like there was definitely some people that were like, he's sick, and I was like, you're right.
Oh god! Just
no.
picturing
I
you
was
up there, just like who's fucking.
Yeah. No, I wasn't even. I wish I was sweating,
Sky
but it was like
gets
literally
it.
Sky gets it. Yeah.
stop clapping. It was just a cry for help, really. But no, I was not well for that. I mean, like, I was like fine, other than the fact that I was sick.
yeah, okay.
We're all getting sick.
Oh God, yeah. No, you're gonna be fine. I was with Alex. Didn't get sick,
All right.
so
Okay.
that's something.
All right, that's something.
All right.
There you go.
Last thing, in terms of okay, so I guess the mystery of this is how do we handle this? Like, how do we kill these guys? And the New York Parks Department has a quote. So they said, harming our city's wildlife is broadly prohibited. But in an effort to slow the spread of this troublesome disease, the current guidance remains. If you see a spotted lanternfly, please squish and dispose of this invasive pest.
Oh.
Basically, the New York, agenda, it just kill him. Like, they have no
Yeah.
plan.
That's
other
always
than
been the New York agenda.
Early phase of Starship Troopers.
yeah, exactly.
Kill the bugs.
Damn, that's nuts.
And they have the thing with the kids are like, we kill bugs for breakfast. And they're like stomping on them. This is the beginning.
Wait, can I have a question?
Yeah, you can have one.
Can I have one question?
Yeah.
What was the mystery here?
I guess the mystery is what the fuck do we do about these things?
Kill him. You heard
but
Al
we
Roker.
can't- Yeah.
Al Roker said
Wait,
stop on him.
can you also what about pesticides and shit? Are they doing?
They've
that kind
been
of shit?
using pesticides, and there was one article that I didn't understand what they were doing, but there's some guy in Pennsylvania was injecting a tree with the pesticide, and apparently it makes their wings just completely fuck up.
Oh, okay.
Did I make this up, or did some fucking asshole? Didn't they have a plan to bring in wasps to kill these guys?
Yes. Okay, so that's the thing. So that was
You know, we'll get rid of these. Let's just bring in a bunch of wasps.
Oh my
that
God.
was on. So they had that on the Today Show.
They brought in the spider to eat the fly. Oh my.
That's what it is. That's literally what it is. And on the Today Show, they mentioned that, and everyone there is like, "Whoa, we see where this is going." My favorite part about this whole research is that it's all local news talking about it, and
Yeah.
local news is just the most entertaining thing
It's
I've ever
amazing,
seen.
yeah.
Let's see if I can get the. All right.
Really well. It's my
You don't need to do that. He can put the video in after.
Yeah, but just hold it so I can
Jesse,
hear it and
everybody
sync
can
it.
do their part as you showed us there, but do scientists have any other strategies to get rid of them?
Yeah, Tom, we definitely need bug backup because, as one of our experts pointed out, this is not a native species here. That means they don't have a natural predator going.
We're just
after
watching
them.
the news
So
right now.
Scientists are possibly looking into bringing in another species here that will go after the
Damn,
bugs.
that's a
that are
lot.
safe for us. But for now, the best piece of advice we're getting is go after them ourselves. So grab your fly swatter, maybe get the dustbuster going if it's working right, and get stomping.
Oh my God.
Get stomping.
I saw one in Central Park, and I
If I saw that big cluster of bugs, there's no way I'd put my
I'd
foot
move.
in the
I'd
middle
kill
of that
myself.
fucking
Yeah.
thing. I wouldn't want them climbing on my leg.
There's people that do. Were you guys at the show where that girl was like, where I was doing that? I was asking people, "Oh, how many bugs you kill?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
that girl was like, "I've killed over 500," and I was like, "What?" And she apparently they put tape around the trees, and then the bot or the lantern bugs go to it, and they all get stuck and die.
That's not bad.
Sticky traps.
That's
for
smart.
The other key thing
So
is to,
some of these people are just going out hunting these things.
Yeah,
it's
She
fun.
was like an
That's
environmental freak, you know.
Wow, that's
but that's
crazy.
what's probably
That's
really
so
weird
funny.
is for environmentalists, they
Right.
they
They're
have a
killing
dilemma
bugs.
here because they don't want to kill bugs, but also the bugs do more
They're not
stuff.
natural to this
It's
area
easy to kill a
either,
fly.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other good strategy is to kill the eggs.
Yeah.
Scrape those eggs off the trees and stuff like that because those are
Abort
hundreds
'em.
of them.
So while some people are out there fighting the battle, getting in the guts, people could just be up against trees, scraping the legs.
Yeah.
Scraping the
And you
legs.
need both.
I don't want to stomp because I don't want that on the bottom of my
You're a
shoes.
scraper.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not a stomper. I'm not a
scrape.
scraper.
No,
I'm
you're
a scraper.
guy.
I'm a
Scrape with
scrape- I'm a
something that
scrape
doesn't
girl.
matter.
Do your
First of
part.
all, I don't have to do shit. I don't
I'm
gotta-
not spending
you
any
do.
time
I think
doing
we
this.
all have.
I killed
Listen.
2 mice this year. I'm done murdering.
This is
No,
our opportunity.
that's
to
what
stop
you-
China.
The other thing about the local news stuff that I like is that they do the man on the street thing where they interview someone for literally 2 seconds who is not an expert at all. So this is my favorite one.
What's being done to try to slow the spread?
They're a menace.
Ryan McGarrigle is talking about spotted lanternflies, which he's no stranger to on Staten Island.
They're everywhere. They're all over the trees. It's the worst.
They've become
It's the
Guy doesn't
worst.
show up again. Guy does not show up
There's
again.
so many parts of the interview that they're cutting out. He's like, I know those goddamn Chinese sent them over here. It's TikTok and the lantern bugs.
And you see the reporter turn to the
Yeah.
camera. We can't.
Yeah.
Cut that.
They're the worst. And there's a few other ones where it just like flashes to one guy and they're like, sucks. And then it just goes.
That's
Great.
So that was my favorite part about researching these things. They also have some trained dogs that can identify the eggs, apparently, because the eggs, I think, like emit some, or maybe it's the bugs or the eggs emit some radiation or something that the dogs can sniff out.
How big are these splooges? Like, can you see them with your naked eye? Or
Oh,
is it
yes.
more,
Yeah,
okay.
They're kind
for
of
sure.
camouflage, like you probably wouldn't notice. I mean, you can pull up a picture, but
Yeah.
like at first glance, if you looked at a tree, you probably wouldn't be like, "There's some eggs." But if you're
Yeah.
like looking at it, you're
Okay.
kind of like, "Oh, I see now."
Here's the thing is, though, I feel like I saw a bunch when it was like a hot topic in August or July, whenever it was like really going on. I saw them all over it. Now I don't see them.
I've never seen
Are
one.
they like done?
Well,
So that has to do with the seasonal thing. So during the winter, the bugs themselves are not around. It's all these eggs that we got to scrape off.
Are you sure it
And
wasn't
then
the
they'll
bunch of
reemerge.
wasps they brought in? You sure
I don't
it was
know.
just
They
like-
brought those things in.
That would suck. There's just wasps all over the fucking
Yeah,
city. Like,
I would rather have the lanternflies kill everything than a single wasp.
Yeah.
If they brought 100,000 wasps and they were like, "You're welcome, New York City," and we're all like, "Fuck!"
I wish China would send over a fly that just ate the homeless. You know,
Oh my God!
clean up the streets.
that's his solution to the to the homeless fucking struggle right now.
How do we breed the lanternflies to instead of eating plants?
Sorry that
eat
our
the
producer
homeless?
is against homelessness.
Remember,
What do we do with that? What do we do? It's an endless battle.
remember when Curtis Sliwa was saying he was like my plan for the homeless is to ship them upstate, and put
upstate.
them into work camps, and I was like, okay, not the best branding.
Just don't say camp.
Yeah, just
We'll,
like,
we'll
cool
put them
it
in
with
work
the
camps. We'll give them some sort of striped clothing to wear while they're up there, and it'll be nice for
That's
them.
the only specificity. He showed a
What will they
diagram
be
of
doing? I don't know. They're gonna get sick pajamas though, from J. Crew or something. Nice pajamas.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't think I have much else here other than they excrete. So the main thing is that they suck out from like trees and different plants nutrients from them, and that's why they're fucking
Let me
it
tell
up.
you something. Excrete, top 5 worst words. I do not
No,
like that word.
secrete, and now I'm going for excrete. So that's secrete.
Secrete.
Secret's fine.
Secretions?
It sounds like a very fancy secret. Excrete.
You guys know about
Yikes.
non-secretors? It's
What?
guys shooting blanks. That's like the technical term for it, I think.
Whoa.
In like in true crime,
I
there's a
thought they just
non-secretor.
called them Mike
Non-secretor.
Bramantes.
Yeah.
Who is that for?
Lower those dose on the meds.
That's just for
We're doing a ton for Mike's career because people are like, I gotta look up this Mike Bramante. They bring him up every episode.
Also, Mike doesn't even listen,
No,
so it's not even a burn to him.
I bet he actually secretly does listen and
No,
pretends
there's
he
no
doesn't.
way he listens.
You don't think he listens?
No, probably bums him out.
Because we're having so much fun without him.
yeah. I wouldn't listen if you guys were all having fun without me. I'd be like, right?
That does feel fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
the reason why I was going to say excrete, is because they excrete honeydew from their ass, which can kill the forest understory. I guess it's just like underneath.
Honeydew, isn't that a fruit?
No, I think it's like honey, like honey
Syrup,
type
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It's an Urban Dictionary term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honey
You
with
don't
that
wanna
ass.
know.
too.
Yeah. Honey with that ass.
Honeydew is like a sticky excretion that comes out of my butt.
Look it
And
up on Urban
ruins-
Dictionary.
It ruins the ground of the forest.
Honeydew's that thing like when you're just excreting and you can't stop. You know what I mean? It's like crazy. It's like, bro, what'd you do last night? I was just fucking honeydewing everywhere. It was
Sounds
wild.
right. It sounds like
It
a thing.
does.
Yeah.
gross.
So other kind of honeydew, making it sticky, which encourages growth of mold. So that's another thing that they mess up.
I love
Yeah,
I
they
love
suck.
when like animals it's like an after effect of like their being alive, like how much it affects nature. When I was in Australia, we were like out in like the desert, like Uluru, like in all those like the Aboriginal areas, and they were like they have white camels out there.
Whoa.
And they're not indigenous to the place, but they were shipped in, hundreds of years ago when they were like building roads and stuff, right? Before they had cars and shit. But then what happened was they started mating, and they had too many of these white camels. And when they were done building the roads, the guy was like, "All right, mate, you gotta pop them all in the head because they don't belong here." And the guy couldn't do it, so they now it's a problem. They have these white camels. So for a while in like the 70s, they were flying around in helicopters, just boom, popping them. But they stopped doing it, not for any inhumane reasons, because they would leave them there and then they would die. And then like their bellies have this like acid in them.
Oh.
And the acid and like the acidity from their bodies would get into the ground, and it's all well water there.
Oh my god!
So like the poison, whatever aftermath of the camels was affecting the fresh water and the ecosystem of the area. So they were like, "Yes, we can't sniper them from fucking helicopters anymore." But it's like the same thing. Like they're dead. Honeydew, yeah. But like the same thing. Like the honeydew, it's like ruining the ground. They're just like, yes,
kind of related to that though. You know about the Pablo Escobar hippos?
No.
Pablo Escobar, for like kicks or whatever, brought in exotic hippos into Colombia, and now they started mating, and there's like an actual hippo problem in Colombia because they're like ruthless animals.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Just
hippos are
pinballing
gnarly.
off of that. You guys ever seen like cool animals? I don't have a
I have Greggy. Yes, I've seen him.
So I don't know what to do about these things. Just kill them, I guess. If you see them, scrape the eggs, and then it's going to spread to like California and like the Finger Lakes and just like ruin the wine
Finger
industry.
Lakes?
Because wine.
Not the Finger Lakes.
The Finger Lakes?
No.
You can take the lanternflies out of the Finger Lakes, but you can't take the fingers out of the lake.
Out of the lantern.
Out of the lanternflies.
If they destroy Lake George, I will have nowhere to summer.
Do we have a house there?
No. Okay. But I'd like to one day. It's nice.
It's supposed to be lovely.
My conspiracy question is was this a planned attack? Right. Was this released?
When
was
did
it
it
like
happen?
released
Maybe.
to
2012. We discovered it in Pennsylvania in 2014, but apparently it was a shipment in 2012.
It's just unfortunate that so many things are coming from China. At a certain point, you have to be like, is it intentional?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
And especially something that's going to be like fucking up the economy so badly. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It's like,
I also am
Just saying.
curious to know like
making
how
observations.
Right.
I'm putting things together. Just
Calling balls and strikes.
we're towing the line. We're like, just maybe.
Saying them.
TikTok, don't ban us.
Like also like how often is this type of shit happening? Like is this just like a hot bug that we're talking about? Like are there other invasive
Well, there was
species?
the fucking murder hornets or the fucking
war beetles.
War beetle.
These, and then obviously, I mean, the big one. The disease, the virus.
Oh.
Which some think is a bug. Some people suspect it's a bug.
So that's kind of Shen Yun, the dance. That's all over
That
the
is a
fucking
plague
place.
on this city. Let me tell you that. Those flyers, when they're left alone, they do not biodegrade.
Mazeless, the virus, the hornets, the virus, the hornets, the flies, and a thing I made up.
What thing?
The beetles.
Oh,
The war beetles.
I was like, well, the war beetles
Well, those
too.
war beetles, we can't get rid of those fucking war beetles. That's a real problem.
I don't know how to argue this. All right, that's all I got for these flies.
Can you Google war beetle?
Okay.
I want to
trying to wrap it.
I bet
Yeah, I want to see if war beetles
war
exist.
beetles are
Okay.
a real thing.
I was also going to throw in if you need to kill more time. I don't know if you guys ever know anything about bot flies, but those are freaky.
What are they? What
Those
are
are the
they?
ones that get into like animals and stuff,
you were
right?
totally right.
They burrow
did they
into your
come in
skin.
from
Images
China?
for war beetle.
Oh, those
Wait,
are
a war beetle?
Wait. Oh, super beetle? Maybe it's... Was the VW beetle used in World War II? What?
Yes.
There's no such thing as a war beetle. No,
War
war
beetle.
beetle. That's bugguy.net.
Bugguy.net.
You can't argue with that.
Ew,
Whoa.
I
Oh, it looks like a
hate
fucking
it.
tank.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Whoa.
Got the shell of a grenade.
Shield-backed bugs.
It's from South Carolina, though.
The China of the States.
Yeah.
So weird.
North Carolina, the China of America.
That's what everybody
1.5 inches. I don't know why I said that. Like, is that
One
big?
and a half. That's huge.
that's
You're
huge.
That is
right,
big,
Ben.
right? That's like
yeah,
that. That's like that.
That's big. That's a big bug.
It's
I
a big
hate
bug.
it.
Oh. Is it 1.5 inches flaccid or erect? Nobody responds to me when I talk.
What
because
riff
I
do
don't
you
know.
want from that?
I don't know.
What do you want from
I don't
that
know.
riff?
I just found out the beetle exists. You think I know facts about it?
I don't know. I think I have a fever. I'm kidding. We're all healthy.
Hey, Maron. Okay.
This thing is gross. I can't get this off the screen.
All right. Leave us a review,
Yes.
but only if it's 5 stars.
I was had.
I was had. If you see these lanternflies, you know what to do. Whisper in its ear, "You're dead to me," and cut its throat.
Yeah.
You gotta have a good line.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't bother. Unless you have a good line.
You guess this lantern's being snuffed out, and then you spit on it and cut its throat.
Yeah.
I have like 30 lantern bugs back in my place I've been torturing to get answers out of.
Just plucking
Pulling
their
their little
wings
wings
off.
off.
Yeah.
It's
Playing
waterboarding
loud
some of
music.
them. Yeah.
Kill them Game of Thrones style. Leave their tiny lanternfly heads on a spike outside
Yeah.
your apartment building,
Right.
so the other ones know this place is not.
Don't even kill him. Just send a message.
Yeah, if you got a sandblaster at your place, blow off their legs a little bit a couple times before you take care of them. Make sure it really takes a long time for them to die. Anyway, this
We'll
has been
close it on
Wizard
that.
Ed.
Yeah.